Good morning and happy Monday. That is another weekend gone and another week. Now I know that it's not another week that we thought we might be having, but we have to make the best of what we've got. So I am here to bring you Bible stories, craft time and story time today. Because I know that I can't be with you physically, but I really want to be with you. So I'm going to give you these videos like I have been doing for the past couple of weeks. And I hope that they're helping. If there's anything that you want to hear or see, please do get your parents to comment, or if they've got my number, to give me a text so I know if there's anything that you want me to do. So we are now back on to Genesis. So remember, we did Genesis on Thursday. I know that we did the Easter story Sunday because we were following through the Sundays of Easter, and now we are back in Genesis. So if you remember, on Thursday we did about in the beginning. So we looked at how God made everything, and we looked at the different periods of time that he would have made everything, and we looked at the fact that he made human beings as well. Now, as many of you know, the human beings that he made were Adam and Eve. Now, we know that Adam and Eve didn't do what they were asked to do. So what we're looking at today is the part where Adam and Eve go against God. And in this Bible, in the Lion Storyteller Bible, it is called a sad day. So there we have Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and they're walking away. So let's see what this has to say. Welcome to my world, God said to Adam. It's good, isn't it? Welcome to my garden, God said to Eve. This is the most beautiful place of all, and I want it to be your home. Take care of the animals for me, take care of the plants, and eat whatever you like. There are plenty of trees to pick from. Adam and Eve didn't know what to say. They looked at the garden, they looked at each other, and then they smiled. The world's first smile. Life was going to be perfect here, just perfect. There's just one more thing, God said. Do you see that tree over there? The one in the middle of the garden? Well, the fruit on the tree is not good for you. If you eat it, you will make me very unhappy, and you will have to leave this beautiful place. Adam and Eve looked at each other. Again, with so many trees to choose from, that hardly seemed to be a problem. And for a long time they were content with soft, juicy pears, sweet, thick-skinned oranges, and round, ripe melons. Then one day the serpent came to visit. Tell me, the serpent said to Eve, which trees are you allowed to eat from? Every tree, Eve smiled, except the one in the middle of the garden. Oh, said the crafty serpent, and why is that? Because it would make God unhappy, Eve answered, and we would have to leave this beautiful place. Ridiculous, laughed the serpent. God does not want you to eat that fruit because he knows it would make you as clever as him. You know all about being good, but God has told you nothing about what it means to be bad. Eat the fruit and you will know all about it too. Eve thought that fruit looked delicious. She'd sometimes wondered what it tasted like, and it wasn't really fair of God to keep things from them. So she picked a piece and took a bite, and gave Adam a taste as well. And right away they discovered what it was meant to do something bad. Their stomachs churned with guilt, their faces turned red with shame, and instead of running to meet God when he next visited the garden, they ran away to hide. I know what you've done, God called out sadly. Now you'll have to leave this beautiful place. Goodbye, God said to Adam. From now on you will have to scratch at the earth for food you eat. Goodbye, God said to Eve. Your life will be hard too. And when your lives end, God said, finally, you will go back to the ground you came from. Adam and Eve looked at each other. They walked sadly out of the garden. They had learnt what it meant to be bad, and they had changed God's good world forever. So, this is the first time that we see someone doing something wrong. And that's because before they ate, they hadn't disobeyed God. God had only asked them not to eat from that tree. That was the only thing that he had asked them to do. But the serpent and the unknown got the better of them. And maybe that's what it's like for us as well. Maybe when someone tells us not to do something, the curious and the, oh, I really want to find out what that's about, can sometimes get the better of us. But we have to know that if someone has said don't do that, that they're probably not doing it to be harsh or mean. They're probably doing it because it's the best thing for us. God knew that his world would be great and perfect if Adam and Eve just didn't eat from that. That was the one thing he asked of them. Now sometimes our parents might say no to us and we think, why, that's so unfair. But actually it might be because they know how to keep us safe, and actually that taking that one thing away from us can make our world so much better. So we can learn here actually that even in the Bible people struggled with right and wrong, and it starts right back from Adam and Eve. And that's why we have the Easter story, that's why we have God and Jesus for what he did. So tomorrow we're going to be looking at a special promise. So we're going to move on from Adam and Eve. But I just want you to think about actually what it's like to be told no. And maybe you just want to do it because you're like, no, that's not fair. But maybe you should think about why. And even ask, how come I can't do that? And maybe you'll get an answer like, it's to keep you safe. Or it's not good for you. Because sometimes the people that are telling us that are the ones that are trying to look after us the most. So let's pray. Dear God, we're sorry that we do make mistakes that make your world not perfect. But thank you that we can learn from Adam and Eve. We can learn that actually when people say to us, no, don't do that, it's not because they're trying to be horrible. It's because they're trying to look after us. In your mighty name, amen. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you later. Bye.